Oh, the Arsenal fans, Hannah, were absolutely ecstatic. What a penalty shootout that was, by the way. 8-7 in the end. It was just absolute stalemate. It could have gone either way, obviously. I think the Crystal Palace fans, they got back into the game so late in it. Obviously, 9 minutes of added on time. And then they scored in that stoppage time to give so much sense of belief and hope. I mean, Oliver Glasner was going absolutely nuts on the sideline. And then dramatic penalties. So I think for Crystal Palace, they can take so many positives away from this, even though devastating way for them to go out, obviously. But for Arsenal, what a sigh of relief. It doesn't really matter in the end, does it, how you get there, as long as they're through. And that's what they did. So now they'll face Chelsea, as you mentioned, in the next round. But around the stadium, there was just an absolute roar and a big sense of relief at the end when that final penalty was missed.
Yeah, Pop, what was the atmosphere like? And especially, what was, if you could see Arteta, what was his celebration like? Was he relieved? Was he excited? Were they they felt like they played a good game, or were they just happy to just move on to the next the semi-final?
I think a bit of everything, to be honest, Grell. I mean, you know how Arteta is on the sideline. He's very animated, isn't he? He's got his head in his hands for so much of the game. And I think the players were as well. They just switched off for that 1 second in stoppage time. And then obviously to let Crystal Palace back into it, knowing that there was no extra time and that it would go straight to penalties. So I think a mixed emotion in the end for Mikel Arteta. Not the way that they would have wanted to win. But I suppose the big picture is he made 8 changes and they still got the result, and he gave players minutes that needed them as well. So I don't think that he can take too many negatives from tonight.
There was one negative though, Poppy. I just wonder whether you got a decent view of it from where you were sat. Chris Richards went down with what looked like a very dodgy injury. We don't know what it was, but it looked bad. Did you get any view or any sight on that?
Yeah, it was bizarre, Troy, wasn't it? Because on the replay, you couldn't really tell. It looked like he was, holding his ankle. We saw the trainers come on and kind of take his sock off and look like they were strapping it. But I think the way that he came off and the manner that he came off in the stretcher, it was not a good look. So really concerning for Chris Richards. We haven't heard anything so far. Hopefully, I'm going to speak to Oliver Glasner, so maybe I can get an update on the status of him. But not only for Chris Richards and obviously for US men's national team fans, is that a big blow, but also for Oliver Glasner as well, because we were talking about players missing at AFCON and now players obviously injured, and he's been such a big part of this coming back into the side, and now who knows how long he'll be out for, if he'll miss the next game. But I think really concerning the way that he did come off on the stretcher with his head in his hands. Didn't look good, did it? Congratulations, 4 wins in a row. Now you're through to the semi-final for the second consecutive season. What a range of emotions that must have been, though, to win like that on penalties.
Yeah, a bit too much, because we played a really good opponent, very difficult to generate chances, but I think today we generated a lot in the first half through a different game that they proposed in the second half against a team that were much more aggressive. And at the end, when the margins are not bigger, and they should have been bigger, you can see that set piece, and you are in trouble. But the players showed a lot of emotional control. They were really composed, took the penalties really well, and at the end, Kepa did what he had to do.
So many positives to take from tonight, not only the result, obviously, but giving players minutes, vital minutes as well, and advancing. And now you're at the top of the Premier League, at the top of the Champions League for Christmas Day. That must feel really special, doesn't it?
Very good, and we made 8 changes today, and normally when you do that, you lose certain chemistry, rhythm, and you can see that in the team. I didn't see that. I saw the opposite. A team really well blended, playing with a great attitude and energy, and a lot of quality as well.
Gabby Jesus, got to talk about him being back, his 100th appearance as well tonight. Kai Havertz seems on the cusp of returning as well. How nice is it for you to be having these players coming back into the mix during such a busy festive period?
Very important, in particular Gabby as well, after the year that he's had. To have his start after 11 months and to see him that fit, that sharp and that chaotic sometimes as well, it's something really good.
Yeah, and obviously now 6 seasons here. You've come agonisingly close so many times in the past. What gives you the sense that this season is it? That this season is different? Because it feels like there's a different air around here at the minute.
Yeah, there is a lot of belief, and the players really want it. Everybody really wants it. As you said, we've been really close. So it's just in that transition of winning, the margins are very, very small. We saw that again tonight, and we need to do everything that we can to achieve what we want.
Last one into the semi-final now, London derby against Chelsea. You mentioned you've been able to rotate so much. You've shown how much squad depth you've got with the 8 changes tonight. How do you feel about Chelsea now in the next round?
Well, very excited to play for top teams in the competition. It's the kind of game that you want to play, and we'll prepare well.
Best of luck. Thank you, Mikel. Thanks so much.
Merry Christmas.
What happened to Chris Richards? That looks a bad one.
Oh yes, he got a knock on his foot, and it was had to be stitched, but doesn't look so bad. I don't know if it's possible for him on Sunday, but hopefully in the new year that he's back, because of course this was also we struggled then a little bit with tall players, because he's one of our best headers, and we had to take him off, and Will Hughes comes in. So because we didn't have a tall player on the bench or a tall defender on the bench, so I think players did well. Yeah.
Big blow for Crystal Palace losing Chris Richards.
Big blow. Big loss for him. Defensively, what he can do, and the manager of Glasner says the strengths and ability that he has, being a threat for them in a set pieces, but also being very good for them defensively, having that physique and not being able to have anyone now that he can replace him with. So that's a bit of a worry moving forward with the difficult fixtures that they have.
I think as well, though, it's a positive, because we all were a little bit concerned that it was a lot more than that. You know, start to see people leave on stretchers. It doesn't look good. You start to think to the worst. The fact that you only need stitches, probably Sunday will be a bit too soon, but maybe a week away. Let them dissolve, and then he can be back playing. So all in all, it'll feel like a bonus, not only for Crystal Palace, but for US men's national team as well.
Well, we had a bunch of doctors in the other room, right? We all thought we were doctors. And yeah, no, but I agree with Troy. Like, you're looking at the situation, like, whoa. I had never seen that before, and then obviously we started saying, started talking about the World Cup and stuff like that. So to hear him say, maybe we'll get him back this Sunday, oof, big relief for American fans all over the world, and big relief for obviously Crystal Palace, because they can't lose some important players. So happy to hear that for him.
Well, I think we should take a couple of opportunities that we had in the first half. I think we played so well. Then they changed, they adapt a little bit, and second half was like more 50-50. Even like this, we had big chances, and it's something that we have to improve. We conceded in a couple of games in the last minute, so something that we have to improve and focus on that.
When it goes deep into a penalty shootout like that, and the goals just keep going in and in and in, what is your mindset? You think I just need to get hold of one?
You have to keep the cold and think in the next one. Be focused. Don't lose your focus. It's important, because as soon as you save one, maybe it's decisive.
And William, this game is all about winning silverware. This is a great chance now. You're in the semi-finals.
Yeah, we are so happy to be in semi-final. We have to take we have to learn the lesson from last season, because we got the semi-final last season, but we lost the 2 games. So now this season we want to win both games, and we want to go in the final.
Well, well done both of you. William is the Carabao Cup player of the match. Do the honours, Kepa.
Of course. Big game. Beast.
Yeah. Thank you, my guy.
All right then, everybody, we're going to be going back out to the Emirates Stadium. This time we've got Arsenal player William Saliba. William, thank you so much for joining us. How are you feeling after that incredible penalty shootout?
Yeah, thank you. We're so happy to be in the semi-final today. It was not an easy game against Palace, but we did well. And at the end, we qualified, so we are so happy.
William, I said before the game it was the most important game on the schedule, because obviously it was the next game. How important was the game? How important did the manager make it feel? How important was it to the entire group?
Yeah, today was an important game, because we know that we were in quarter-final, and to win this competition we just have to win 3 more games. So yeah, we knew that it was so important for us, especially it was at home. And yeah, last season we lost the 2 games in the semi-final, so yeah, we want to learn from that and win both games and go in the final.
William, I know you and Gabriel are considered the best partnership in the world currently. We've had a debate in the studio. We need you to settle it. Is Timber now in that same category? Is he now the best right back in world football?
Yeah, by a mile. For me, by a mile. He's so good.
Yeah, he's so good. He's 1-against-1. It's impossible to beat him, and offensively as well, he's so good. I hope he will keep going like this, and he's a top player.
But William, the best right back in the world.
He just said yes. What part do you not understand?
Yeah, one or two for sure.
Okay, thank you.
But 1 or 2. Yeah.
William, with all the competition that you guys are still in and everything and all the talk about Arsenal needing to win something, how do you guys stay focused as a group? Do you guys keep all the negative noise outside and just concentrate on yourselves? Or deep down, do you guys still really let it affect you?
Yeah, of course, we know that we want to win trophies. I've been here the last 3 seasons and we always there, but at the end we don't win. But yeah, this season I want to win trophies, and everyone is the same. Everyone are the same in the team. We know we have pressure, but it's a good pressure when you are in Arsenal. You have to win trophies. So yeah, it's good for us. But we're still in December. We know that we have a lot of games to go. We are all in every competition, and we need to keep going like this and hopefully win trophies at the end of the season.
Go on, Troy.
Oh, go to me. Sorry. We've only got time for one more question. We're told to get off. Sorry. I want to look ahead. Just put it into your perspective now. When you start to visualise and manifest that these things can actually happen, what would be the biggest achievement? Would it be the Premier League or the Champions League for you, if you could choose one right now?
We always have this talk with my teammates, but I think even if I love Premier League, I think Champions League is my favorite for me, because Arsenal, they never won the Champions League before, and I think this is my favorite. But if we can take both, we won't say no.
I love that, William. So you should say we're going to take both. That's what we want to hear from you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob.
William, thank you so much for joining us today. Good luck for the rest of the season. Hope to see you soon.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's go back to Emirates Stadium because we're joined by Crystal Palace player Will Hughes. Will, so thank you so much for joining us. You weren't able to get the job done today. You were so close. How are you feeling after the game?
Yeah, tinge of disappointment. Obviously, going out on penalties is not nice. I think we were a bit sloppy in the first half, rode our luck at times, but managed to get ourselves into it late in the second half. And like I said, it's always disappointing to lose on penalties.
Hughesy, it's me, mate. Hope you're well, bud. You're looking great as always. Just wanted to say, you're playing really well at this moment in time, probably not getting the results. I think the Leeds one was a bit of an anomaly in the way you've been playing in the performance. Do you feel now you need more players back from injury? Because it just feels like it's straining on you, the amount of games that you boys are having to play. And it's hard to keep that level of consistency up, isn't it?
Yeah, potentially. You know, it's unprecedented how many games we're playing this season. For Crystal Palace, I think it's a first in our history. We've gone quite far in all the cups so far, with the FA Cup still to come. But I think they'll be looking to recruit in January, as every team will, especially with the injuries we've got. Like you said, it's a pretty small squad as it is, but it's easy to say it's down to tiredness, but you look at the second half performance and you know, we're anything but tired. We came into the game stronger as it went on, so listen, Arsenal are a top team and you have to ride your luck at some points in the game, but I think overall, especially in the second half, we did well.
Will, take us into your dressing room. How would you describe your manager, Oliver Glasner? What's his personality like? What are the best qualities that he has as a manager to get you guys playing the way that you do and achieving what you guys have achieved so much?
Well, there's plenty. He's extremely demanding. He wants the best for us. He doesn't let us off at all in games and in training. He expects you to train as you play, and that's why we've been so successful. You see the togetherness in the squad. What we've achieved over the last 18 months or so is pretty incredible. So a lot of that goes down to him.
Hughesy, is that your first penalty as well? Is that the first time you took one?
No, don't be silly, Troy. Don't be silly.
It was a nice pen. I saw a little cheeky smirk afterwards. Was you a little bit nervous?
Yeah, I think people were surprised I took one.
Tell him the truth, Troy. Tell him the truth, Hughesy. He didn't believe in you.
I was the same. I said I've never seen him take one. I did also say technically you are a joke, so I did balance it out.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm the first to take a penalty, but in a shootout I'm always confident. But it's disappointing. The quality of penalties were top from both teams, so it was going to take something like that to separate us, unfortunately.
What's it like coming off the bench in a game like that and trying to like catch the pace of the game? Explain to if you could explain to guys like what that's like trying to catch the intensity up to the pace and up to the intensity of the match.
Yeah, ask the guys to the side of you. It's difficult. Everyone thinks you've got all the energy to come on, but getting your second wind when the intensity is that high is difficult. So you just have to catch it as quick as you can and get up to the pace of the game and switch on. Because it is difficult, but that's what we're there to do. We're there to come on and impact the game in any way we can.
Uzi, how tired are you from having to carry Troy when you played with him at Watford? Must have been hard. In that midfield role, lazy striker.
I have to be careful what I say.
Okay then, Chris,
He'll drop me a message after, so.
Oh, is he like that, Yeah.
Will, thank you so much for joining us.
Love you, mate. See you soon.
Cheers, guys. Take care.